Bit of a warm one out here today. G'day, Geoff Lewis here from Seriously Series. Today what I wanted to look at is a really simple piece of kit that you yourself can get to help enhance your four-wheel drive vehicle for that next big adventure. One of the most important things when travelling, particularly in the Australian outback, is having cool water to drink. And this is something that I've learnt, I guess, the hard way over the years travelling out in this part of the world. Today what I wanted to talk about is the humble water bag. Whether it's made of cotton or canvas, the principle is the same. And I just want to share with you a few tips and tricks that I've found make it a little bit easier to use and how you can get a lot more out of this really effective way of being able to cool your water. So if this sounds like a video that's of interest to you, then you know what to do. Stay tuned. Rightio, so this is what it's all about. This is a Trailblazer 34, a very simple water bag that I picked up off, I think, Snowy's, which is a fantastic camping store that I've bought a number of products off over the years. The concept of using evaporation for refrigeration purposes isn't anything new. The ancient Egyptians actually were probably the first civilization that's noted to actually use this form of basic refrigeration. Now obviously the bag itself isn't refrigerated, just to make that clear, but the principle behind it is very much the same. Obviously you fill it full of water, generally only about 3/4 full. This then soaks into either the canvas, or in this case this is 100% natural cotton. And I'm not saying that to obviously make myself sound better. The reason being you use natural cotton is you don't want any synthetic, obviously, polymers in there. And also you don't want any ink in there too, because that's going to end up in the water and you're going to become pretty quick, aren't you? So that's why obviously you want to have a canvas bag or a cotton bag that's made using natural fibres. Finally got it out there. Sorry, get a bit tongue-tied sometimes. So really effective. Now in using one of these, you need to keep a few things in mind. You can't just fill it up and off you go. You've actually got to cure it. Now by curing it, you need to obviously submerge it in a bucket or a sink with no soapy residue in the bucket or the sink, because that will actually destroy the material. And you need to leave it in there pretty much for 24 hours. And sometimes obviously it won't work. This one's a bit of a slow one. It takes a couple of days before all the seams actually seal up properly, which it seems to be doing a good job now. Now, how does it all work? Well, it's very simple. Once you've seasoned the bag and you've filled it up with water, as you drive along, or even if you leave it hanging in a tree, which I do sometimes when I'm back at camp, what happens is the water actually saturates the cotton material, and then obviously as the wind or the breeze goes over it, the process of evaporation occurs, and this obviously helps to cool the water inside the bag. Now you'll realise that I said cool, not cold, and this leads on to another little subject. When you're in hot climatic conditions like it is here today, you want to be using cool water, not cold water. The reason why you don't want to be, I guess, drinking or digesting cold water is because your core body temperature is at 38 degrees Celsius. Now, just think about it for a minute. If it's 40 degrees Celsius outside and your body is trying to cool itself down through the use of sweat or perspiring, it's then got the additional task of then actually having to heat up that water from 1 or 2 degrees centigrade that you're drinking from up to 38 degrees centigrade to match your temperature in your core. So your body's actually having to work harder. And the same thing happens for hot water or water that's too warm. Now, in extreme conditions where you're obviously exerting yourself, running up sand dunes because you're trying to winch your car up, yada yada yada, this can actually push you over the edge. And the reason why I say this is because it's happened to me. It's actually happened to me 3 times. So it's not pleasant, and some people are more susceptible than others. So maybe I need to put more cement in my cup of tea in the morning. Maybe I'm made for a cooler climate. I don't know. I'm going to leave you to be the judge of that. But one little other thing before I go, the reason why I love using these cotton water bag is because it saves a lot of room in the fridge. And this is one of my sort of gripes, is you can actually save a lot of money. You can save a lot of hassle by actually getting one of these. And they're tried, tested and proven. They've been around for over 100 years. And if you think about it, if you buy a 40 litre fridge and you need 5 litres of water a day to drink and to be cool, then, well, you know, that's going to take up a lot of space in your fridge, and I'm sure you could think of better things that could be put in your fridge other than bottles of water. So I just think it's a really smart way, it's a really nifty way, and obviously it's got a few little quirks to it too, which obviously fits the Land Rover way very well. Anyway, thanks for watching. I better make a move. But as always, if you want to have a look into getting one of these, delve into the content section down below. I'll be sure to put a web address there where you can actually purchase one of these from. And look, if you are enjoying the content here at Seriously Series, then I really do encourage you to check us out on Patreon. And if that's not your cup of tea, you can support us via PayPal on our website by clicking on the web link in the content section down below. And if you're new to the channel, then be sure to click on that subscribe button, click on the notification button too. And I hope to see you in our next video.